EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the foot of the Rockies, just west of downtown Denver at Empower Field at Mile High. Today, we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap, as it'll be the Kansas City Chiefs taking on the Denver Broncos. And off we go from Denver. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. Short throw hauled in by Kelsey. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. The game's first play produces 6 yards. Brings up second down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Throwing now is Mahomes. He's going to float this one deep right side. That's caught inside the 20. And they're going to have this way down deep in Denver territory. A big play there for KC. 51 yards.
First down. A 51-yard gain. First down, Chiefs.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Headed straight, it's Pacheco. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Give him maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
They work now on 2nd and 9. Now here's Mahomes. Got a man and he hits him in stride. And he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7.
That's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 2.
A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down.
Yellow.
They'll try for the first with Pacheco. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. Now Harrison Butker for the field goal try. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Butker's kick here is good. And the Chiefs are out to a 3-0 lead. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
Ooh, the juke. And they'll have this all the way out to the 50-yard line. Excellent field position.
Well, that seems a little devil-may-care there, doesn't it? They gave up 3 points, but how about them coming right back and putting themselves in a position to get points of their own?
Off the play fake. Here's Nix. Man open. He's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a first down.
And time to give some credit to the big fellas, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time, be able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. The Broncos at 2-8 now in the year. Now, they were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So you know they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
Now Dobbins again on second down. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time, that's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage.
And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. Mike Burton, his first touchdown on the year. And the Broncos are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead. And when the smaller guy can't power it across the goal line, Charles, sometimes you need to go with a fullback. They did. It worked.
What's that thing about force and mass? How's that?
Oh, yeah. Force equals mass times acceleration.
Oh, that's big-time stuff. That's from the same guy the apple dropped on his head.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And they were winners the last time they took the field, which was 2 weeks ago. They had the open week last week, so this is a squad that should be really refreshed and ready to roll.
I would agree, because when you get...
And now off to the races, down the right side. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs are once again back in front. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that will make this a 4-point game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Oh, good-looking return set up here. And he's going to wind up bringing this one inside the 45-yard line.
In just about every special teams meeting, there's a discussion with the punter about his importance. Why? He can flip the field for your team defensively, move it deep into their own territory, or if you're backed up on offense, and he can hit a big punt and change field position and help his defense. In this case, though, field position got flipped by the return team. You can do it so many different ways on special teams.
Throwing Nix. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
Ready.
A give, Dobbins trying the right side. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Kill. Ready.
Nix from the shotgun. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
Well, that's a nice job right there. He's looking downfield, but with no one open, he takes off and tries to run for it. He gets to the sidelines and gets out of bounds with a first down.
They'll run with Dobbins. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes him from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
You know, when this offense gets down here near the end zone, they're going to turn to their bell cow. This guy's been a touchdown machine all year. Excellent job stopping him there on first down.
Almost set. Ready.
To throw is Nix. He'll check this down to Dobbins out of the backfield. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
That's a great job of tackling right there. If he could have made the first man miss, maybe he could have taken it into the end zone. Instead, they stopped him pretty well right in his tracks, and you often see that in the red zone. Offense has to be quick. In this case, the defense was quicker.
They'll try and throw. Here's Nix. He'll try and do this himself. A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing fourth down.
For the Broncos field goal. On 23 yards.
The kick by Lutz is good. And that gets him back within a single point. It's now 10-9. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at the 40. He'll set up to throw from the gun. That's complete, left side to Worthy. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. His second catch, this one not quite as dynamic as his first. And it's second down. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. The Chiefs with the football as we start the second quarter. as they are looking at a 2nd and 5 situation. On play action, it's Mahomes. Swings this out for a punt. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco. He works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. 92 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first down.
Kansas City Chiefs. First down. A gain of 16 yards. First down, Kansas City.
To throw, it's Mahomes. That's into the hands of Worthy. 2 yards on the pickup there. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8. At the Broncos' 18-yard line.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. Throwing the out route here, and it's complete to Kelsey. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds.
That was an okay hookup there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
Two minutes gone by, 2nd quarter. Mahomes now to throw. They'll set up the screen to Pacheco. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
But they're certainly not shied away from throwing the footballs. They've leaned on their quarterback to start this game. 4 straight passes right out of the gate, with that last one earning them a new set of downs.
Jet sweep, here comes Worthy. On this one, and they need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Pacheco will take this one in. It's a Chiefs touchdown. So his strong first half continues as he finds the end zone here for the 2nd time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack, and you just have to love watching the way he can create space down near the goal line, and he's able to take it into the end zone.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and the lead is up to 8.
Broncos 9.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Dances by him. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They got to take care of business first.
And the Chiefs are going to get him. They bring the safety on the blitz, and he busts through to drop him for an 8-yard loss. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Nix to the air. He'll air this one out from Mims. That's caught inside the 20. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Marvin Mims with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Broncos are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, second year in the NFL. And I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the second-year quarterback.
The Broncos will line up for the 2-point conversion.
Hey, kill.
They'll try and throw for it. It's caught at the 1. And he's not going to get there. So they come up empty on the 2-point conversion, and they are unable to tie up this football game. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42. Great return.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. 1 first down, you're almost in field goal position.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They have to be pleased with the way that they moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
Mahomes will do it himself. Yeah, he's got to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down and a 21-yard gain.
First down. A gain of 21 yards. And the first down, Chiefs.
They'll run out of the gun with Pacheco. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. So third down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first.
Attack!
Mahomes going to throw. Oh, I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete. So on fourth down, Mahomes off. Harrison Butker on for the Chiefs field goal. It'll be spotted on the right hash. A 52-yard attempt. Butker's kick here is good. So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Their own 23-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
They'll go play action with Nix. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
That play was hard to see. One play goes wrong, and all of a sudden it's 3rd and very long, but they had been in 2nd and inches.
Yeah, I know you like the idea of taking a shot on 2nd and inches, but you can't take a sack for that big of a loss.
That's the one thing you cannot do. They gave it up, and now they're way behind the chains. Good luck with this next play call.
Here's Nix. They set up the screen for Dobbins. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. They'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. That's returnable now for Smith. An 8-yard return there after the punt of 47. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 35-yard line. They run it with Pacheco from the gun. Down to about the 32.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the 2nd quarter.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And they'll come up 2nd and 7. Here's Pacheco once again. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. 113 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
Now they'll throw with Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the ground. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Well, this is a defense that's definitely on their heels now because they gave up the running play for good yardage one play ago. Now the pass here sets this offense up 1st and goal. They're going to have to dig in strong now because they've been in retreat so far in this drive. This offense on the march.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. Now they'll tuck this and run. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
from the 9. Here's 2nd and goal.
I don't need to. Let's go, Louie!
Toss right side to Pacheco. And he's going to pull his way down to about the 1-yard line. A nice run there, 8 yards, moves him much closer to the goal line now for 3rd down. So now things get interesting on 3rd and goal from the 1.
This almost becomes a Darwinian call, doesn't it? Almost survival of the fittest here. I know we can go all cliche. I'll go ahead and do it. Who wants it more here? Who has a better leverage at the line of scrimmage? Let's go and see what happens.
Here's Pacheco. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Chiefs would extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by Butker is on target. And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage.
Broncos 15. Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
At their own 28-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they'll have time for one play. There's 2 seconds on the clock. A final shot before break. Nix. Throw left side complete. That's Franklin. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. It'll be the Broncos getting the football first in this second half as they trail, and we are back underway. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now it's Nix. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down.
Well, obviously the pass rush gets the glory and the statistics on this play, but the coverage, they deserve a ton of credit too. Denied open windows, erased the quarterback's targets one by one. Everywhere he looked, someone was covered. Only a matter of time before someone got there to bring him down.
To throw, here's Nix. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Oh, now some trickery. They fake the spike. And that is going to wind up incomplete, so they try to hit him with something you don't see too often, but it doesn't work out. The Broncos send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. Here's Smith to return it. 51 yards on the punt there. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
Yellow.
They'll start the drive here with Pacheco. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 131 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon. From the 41, this is 2nd and a yard. Again, it's Pacheco. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs, and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Pacheco gets it up the gut. Got it across midfield and into Denver territory. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Second down and a yard. They go play fake. Mahomes. And that one into the hands of Brown downfield. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 20-yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Alex Singleton. And the Broncos are going to get the football back at their own 17.
Intercepted. The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 17.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Looking to throw. Nix. He's got this one complete to Sherfield. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it'll be second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
He gets this underneath to Dobbins. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 40. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
A handoff running left is Dobbins. Down to about the 37.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Throwing Nix. That's taken in by Franklin. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. To throw is Nix. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
What a drive. This has been just chewing up the yardage, and here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
Now the Central Florida product, it's R.J. Harvey. That's about as exciting of a 1-yard run as you're going to see, finding a way to dodge that first would-be tackler, but again, just 1 yard out of it.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing, and I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. And the Broncos are going to have a first and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
A give up the middle to Dobbins. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
Now from the 7, here's second and goal. Nix from the shotgun. And it's caught. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's third and goal. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Third and goal, and keep in mind, very possibly 4-down territory. The into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Mike Burton with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Broncos have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. The PAT good. It would draw them closer, but hold on just a second. A flag is down on the field. Well, certainly those are the types of mistakes they're trying to avoid as they attempt to protect this lead late in the game.
And let's face it, they're hoping that this one doesn't cost them in a significant way. Yeah, one guy committed a penalty, but now the entire defense has to pay the price and try and rise up and overcome it.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, 4th quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say, don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies. On the handoff, it's Pacheco. They're going to snap this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. This defense really clamping down. Although they're losing the game still, this second half has been theirs.
And they're winning it. I almost equate it to being a boxer. And whenever you see a good fight, the guy who is on his toes and doing the punching, that's the guy who's winning. And that's the way they're going at it defensively now. Much more aggressive in their calls, much more aggressive in their pursuit.
Here's Mahomes to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Just because you got the lead in the 4th, it doesn't mean you have to play it safe. I like the aggressive play call there to push it downfield. That time, it didn't work out.
The offense on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Now Mahomes. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Alex Singleton. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Marvin Mims, he scored on the ground and through the air. And the Broncos have taken a 4th quarter lead.
There it is, partner. You see it. 4 fingers. What does that mean?
Fingers. That signifies the 4th quarter's here.
That's right. Who's going to dominate? Usually both teams are holding them up. We own the 4th quarter. What we found out so far, 2 touchdowns here. And now they've taken the lead.
Yeah, second one putting them in front. You know what I see on the other sideline, though? It seems like they've tensed up. Had that lead, they were playing not to lose it, and they've lost it.
That's a great observation. When you play not to lose, you usually don't win.
Now, though, they'll have the opportunity to respond. So they make the decision. They want a 3-point lead versus a 2-point lead, and they got it.
Yeah, at this stage of the game, it seems like the exact right thing to do. Put a little pressure on your defense, but the biggest thing now is you're making the other team chase you.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. The pressure is on now. They're being shut out here in the second half after a decent first half offensively. And they need their best drive of the game right here. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave them with a second and just a few inches left. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down. On play action, it's Mahomes. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. He'll check this one down to Pacheco. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City first down.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner. We watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Now he's going to step up and run. And he'll get it down here to the 43. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with second and a yard.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard at the Broncos' 33-yard line.
Now here's Mahomes. Throw outside, completion to Rice. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
It's a gain of 6. And a first down, Chiefs.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. That's into the hands of Worthy. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. 23 yards on the play.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, it's so good. They moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
To throw, it's Mahomes. A quick throw there is incomplete. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Yellow.
Headed straight, it's Pacheco. Gets around him. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive, take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive.
Yellow. Go on, Eddie. I told her.
Throwing now is Mahomes. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
First down. First and goal, Kansas City.
Hunt is into the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas City.
Touchdown, Kansas City.
And this is a time of game where offensive lines can really dictate a team's fortunes. It's been a tough battle. They've been out there for a long time. But this was a question of who can wear down who. And that's excellent work to put a long drive together and finish it with a touchdown run to take the lead.
Extra point by Butker is on target. And that will make this a 4-point game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. A beautiful fake. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the fourth quarter. Nix to the air. Looking left side, he's got it. Complete. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that'll bring up second down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
So from the 37, here's second down and 3. Back to throw. Nix. And this one complete again to Mims. That'll put him at 95 receiving yards now as he's got a first down.
That's good for a Broncos first down. First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Here's Nix. Got a man open. It's Sutton. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. A bit of a catch for him to remember. That's number 400 for his NFL career. Not a bad number at all.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Bronco football as we get your reset here. They come up on a first and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Nix to throw again. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And that is incomplete.
That's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
He's back to throw. He completes this to Sutton. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. An important one here, no doubt. Third and 4. Back to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have the Broncos first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's first and 10 now. They'll look to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down. So that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the first and save a timeout. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Now first and goal. Oh, how about this on first and goal? And that one never got off the ground. He's going to be stopped up well behind the line of scrimmage. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave him with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. He'll look to throw. Nick's going to keep this himself. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. That's George Karlaftis, who fought his way through the line to bury him. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Back to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute. So the second half comeback is now complete. They have battled from behind, taken the lead, and CD now, they just need their defense to stand up here and secure the victory.
And remember, they were trailing by double digits, fought their way back into this one. Now we find out the true definition of a team, don't we? Because one side of the ball just did its job. Now it's time for the other one to take over. Don't let them drive downfield and get the deciding score in what time remains.
And it's a pretty good return here, so we'll get this up to the 29. This is 1st and 10. Here's Mahomes. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set him back on second. Mahomes will do it himself. And he will get out of bounds here to stop the clock, but not a huge pickup there. 6, maybe 7.
Well, this has certainly turned into a showcase game for what he can do on the ground, because they're just continuing to give him chances to run it, and he's earning every additional carry by putting up positive yardage on each run.
This crowd turning up the decibel level. It's 3rd and long. Mahomes to throw it. Finding Kelsey. And he is out of bounds with the first down. And 13 seconds left to go. They got exactly what they wanted there. Out route, catch, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
And I have to criticize defense here because you know the situation. You want to keep them inbounds and have the clock run. So I'm sitting on the outside portion of the field and not letting them throw an out route. Throw anything inside and I'll make the tackle. An out route? That's not the way you're supposed to play it.
A fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the effort, that was good. Very good, in fact. They were just a little too far out to get a decent look.